We are in a state of emergency.
Prejudice. Wrote a song about it? Like to hear it? Here it go. Free your mind.
Of black people, it's all about the unity. There's nothing they can do with us, so ain't nobody.
Warning. Stand by for countdown. Air audience for maximum. Full
Gomane. Assemble the people, Gomane. We will not be defeated by witch doctors' illusions.
Morals are just, subjective. But when you have laws and things on paper that say, if you do this, we're going to punish you by incarcerating you, and you break them and you're dumb enough to get caught, then you're just dumb.
All right. Shout out to Reality's Temple in the building. Well, just for my, I got to get him on here, man. You talk about somebody polarizing. Whoa. that brother is, I'll leave that alone. Shout out to the brother, though. Just
Cicely Tyson, as you know, she's being remembered this morning for her genius as an actor, and yet her heart and humanity in blazing a trail for other black performers is what many people are talking about today. The Oscar, Emmy, and Tony winner died yesterday, ending a hugely influential career that lasted through 7 decades. She was 96 years old, and we spoke with her a week ago before the release of her new memoir, Just As I Am. It came out on Tuesday, and she told us about the obstacles that she had overcome to make her dreams come true.
Whenever I'm offered a script, the first thing I do, I read a script 100 times or more. I just keep reading and reading until I feel it. When I get to the point where I feel like her skin has fitted my arm or my mind, my skin will tingle. Oh my God.
But let me preface my point with this story of Jeanette Salters, who renamed herself Mama Lena Diop, and her sister who named herself Nzinga Jana. They inherited some land, acquired the land in Ghana, and was murdered by the locals. Why? Because they were Americans. A few of the natives didn't feel it was right that foreigners had a right to that land. So, To go back to Africa Negro.
Black people, it's all about the unity. There's nothing they can do with us, so ain't nobody.
We are in a state of emergency.
Prejudice. Wrote a song about it? Like to hear it? Here it go. Free your mind.
Anyway, you know, I'm done. So, you know, don't expect me to be on YouTube all the time, and you know, because but none of you are helping me out. I have to go to work every day. I have to go to work, you know, to make money, and none of y'all are dropping me $5 or nothing in my Cash App or nothing. So don't expect me to come on here making videos all the time, because that's not gonna happen. Like I said, it takes a lot of energy to come on here and talk and make videos and put together, you know, presentations, you know, and you know, all of that take time and energy. You know, I mean, don't expect me to come on here talking and carrying on.
Ellis becomes the first of the divas to offer the world her singular sound. And she does just that on Southern Gal.
And that is Brother Taalik from the Reality Temples on Earth channel. And if you get a chance to subscribe, please do subscribe to his channel. He's a good brother. You know, he's doing good work, and he wants to do good constructive things. He has good information to provide. So please do check out his channel if you get a chance.
Hey, my brother, you know I had to call you and thank you personally again. I cannot describe to you how happy I was to meet you in person, finally. That was just like amazing.
I just had a little something I want to share with those who are the descendants of slaves born in America. Just a little something. And that something is, I was reading the book by Brother Neely Fuller. My pronunciation is probably all messed up, but it's the compensatory code dealing with white supremacy. And I would advise y'all to pick up that book, Neely Fuller's, hold on, I can grab it real quick. There we go. Can you see that? The United Independent Compensatory Code System Concept by Neely Fuller Jr. Neely Fuller Jr. I'm just really starting to read this book. It was sent to me by one of my wonderful friends and subscribers. Want to send a shout out to Sister Brenda Kearney. Got the book. Thank you, sister. I really appreciate it. So from time to time, as I explore this book, I want to share some of the valuable information. Some of you probably are familiar with Brother Neely Fuller Jr., but I'm going to give it a Reality's Temple spin. And even before this morning, I was reading the book. Before I even got deep into what the brother was saying, he said something or wrote something that made me just stop. And what he wrote or what he said in the book is that the white races, these Caucasian people, now get this, they are the smartest people in the known universe. Uh-oh. I know some of y'all not going to agree with that at all. So you're going to take it's upside down. You're going to take our brother's book and throw it to the side, because in your mind, how dare he say that the white man is the smart. The brother did not say just in the United States. He did not say that the white man was the smartest in Africa or Asia or the planet Earth. Brother Neely Fuller said that the white man, the racist Caucasian people, are the smartest human beings in the known universe. Woo! Brother Neely, you had me going for a second. But then you have to think about what the brother is saying. Now, this is not to say, and brother's not telling us that he agrees that we are inferior, because we are not, and far from being an inferior. But I had to look at it this way. And it really is very simple. And you might not like it or not, but it's very simple. Because the first question that arises for those who want to debate and say, that ain't no white people, no smart as nothing. They in the universe. I want to ask you something very, very simple. Who is controlling and who is ruling who? Are you ruling him, or is he ruling you? It's quite that simple. And how long has he done this to you? For a very long time. Could he do this if if he was dumb, if he was ignorant, he had to be pretty dang smart in order to control not only the descendants of slaves in America, but he actually is in control of the entire earth. And he is the only people on this planet that we know of that is anywhere close to going out into the universe. The brother said he is the smartest people in the known. He did not say the unknown, the known universe. And in other words, as far as we are concerned, he is the smartest. Until you prove and we prove that we are smarter, and we have no evidence that we are smarter. You want to talk about technology and talk about Egypt, and you want to talk about some past stuff. Don't mean nothing. Don't mean nothing at all. Because the reality of it is you are under his control. He runs this entire planet directly or indirectly. You cannot do that without being smart. The white racist people are so smart, they even change time. Because we know that human beings or civilizations have recorded time longer than 2012. But on our watches, on our calendars, whose time are we under? Are you under your time? Are we under Egyptian time? Kemetic time? Or are we under the rule of smart people who change time to make it to what they want based on their fictional character they created, Jesus Christ? So now it is the year 2012. And because his time is unnatural and out of balance, they have to create a leap year. Because they leaped over real time. So they got to try to make up for what they brought out of balance. But the brother is correct. They are the smartest people in the known universe. And they have not been challenged. And this is what makes them even more smart, is that they have been able to take white supremacy, white racism, and they made it so it can transform and evolve into different, into something that looks different but the same. That's why y'all say black power, family. Black this, black that. Nothing but white supremacy with black coloration. That's all that it is. And even if the white race disappeared tomorrow, the same thing, the same mentality will still be here. And then you and I, with dark skin, who now practice black supremacy, we will become the smartest people in the known universe. But smart, and this is what the brother said, but smart don't make you wise. Because with all their accomplishments, all their power and influence, instead of, if they were wise, they would be a just people. And if the racist white people of the known universe, if they were a just, honorable people, then we would not there would be no need for Black Power family because everybody would be treated with justice. But we have been mistreated. We have been exploited. We've been used. We've been murdered. We've been raped and robbed due to racial division. And black, those who are dark-skinned from this continent they call Africa, have been placed on the bottom. And the lighter you are as you travel up the ladder of white supremacy, the better you are off in this world built on injustice, built on favoritism towards a certain way a group of people look. Just because you are smart, and that's all that happens to you when you go to college, is you become smart. But smart don't make you wise, because you built a world based on injustice. Look at all the problems you have. You cannot even enjoy the things you stole, the things you exploited. The forefathers of this nation knew a long time ago, if they enslaved the Africans, they enslaved these dark people, they knew the slaves sooner or later was going to be a problem. But they did not care. Let the future generations deal with it. We want the good life. We want to be served. We want to be pampered. You are smart, but they have the mentality of a child. Being smart, being a genius does not, having a high IQ does not make you wise. Look what a high IQ have done to this planet. There is no peace for no animal, no bird, no human being, nowhere, ruled by those with a high IQ, because they have a high IQ to cause trouble. And they use their talents for exploitation to bring injustice. So when a white man or white woman brag talking about, we so smart, high IQ, yeah, that's true. But they are not wise. They are very foolish. And like in the black community, there's an old saying, a hard head makes a soft ass, because most times we know we messing up. These white people, the ancestors of these white people knew they was messing up. But unfortunately for the children of these racist Caucasians, and some of them know. Some of them know. Many of them don't know. They don't know why they are suffering the consequences. Because your ancestors were smart. They were technological. They did build something great. But it was wickedly great. It was evil. It's horrible and a detriment to the life of human beings, to the life of this planet and everything they ever touched. So let us talk about this. The brother seems right on time. I'm going to continue to read this book by Brother Neely Fuller, The United Independent Compensatory Code System Concept. Going to continue to get more wisdom from this brother. Y'all share what you know. And I can tell you one thing. We're on our way to get this smart people in the known universe. We're getting ready to get them off our back. If we are unlike them, if we are wise. Woo, I gotta wake up. Now, you know, when I begin a video this way, it's something that grinds my gears. Woo! Who am I? Who is doing this gear grinding? I'm Angel Snubbing 7, and welcome once again to another very short and quick version of what I call the Reality's Temple on Earth Internet Ministry. I'm Angel Snubbing 7, the mighty one. I'm also your soul brother, number 1. And this is In Vogue. Love those ladies. Now check this out. This grinds my gears. Okay. I notice this is a subject these pro-black, blackity-black, first black, Kemetic, whatever they want to call themselves, Afrocentric, Moor, Hebrew, whatever they want to call themselves. This is a subject they don't want to debate. You don't see them messing with this at all because they do it, because they're guilty of it, and there's no way to justify it except you just nasty. You just disgusting. That's just the bottom line of it. I posted on Facebook a video to continue to tell people, because a lot of y'all don't even know that oral sex or anal sex is not sex at all. It is called sodomy. Then many of you are Bible thumpers. Many of you are Quran thumpers. Y'all believe in the Quran and you believe in the Bible, and you are anti-homosexual. You're against the gay agenda. You just gun-ho over the homosexuals. But y'all doing the same thing in your bedroom. Y'all doing a little of the sucky suck and the licky lick and drinking urine and eating feces, just like the people that you talk about doing the same thing. Well, we can do that because it's between a man and a woman. Pee-pee is pee-pee, people. Doo-doo is doo-doo. I never went into one of these old project buildings and smelled the piss and said, that smell like homosexual pee. That smell like heterosexual pee. This smell like, that look like transgender doo-doo on the wall. Nobody cares. Doo-doo is doo-doo. Pee-pee is pee-pee. And y'all seeking pleasure in the boo-boo. Playing around in the doo-doo. The only sex is sexual intercourse when the penis intercourse with the vagina. That's sex. The vagina is a sexual organ. The penis is a sexual organ. The mouth, the anus, your hands is not sexual organs. Okay, people? You need to go check out, you need to go back to kindergarten and learn your basic biology. It's sodomy. So this brother going to reply to me back and tell me I don't have a real understanding. What kind of understanding do I need to understand boo-boo? You see that in baby diapers. And pee-pee, that's in baby diapers. And y'all might as well, and female animals do it. They actually lick the pee-pee and the doo-doo of their puppies or whatever animal that they have. They actually lick that out. They lick that up. Cleaning, that's the only way they know how to clean their puppy, their little baby up. Animals. You might as well do the same thing because that's what y'all doing. Seeking pleasure in the boo-boo. And brown stains all on your nose and that urine acid all. Woo! And y'all said that make you feel good. I wonder y'all stay in the bathroom a long time. And you do know that some people try to get high. You can get high off of doo-doo and pee-pee. Just fill your toilet with doo-doo and pee-pee and then just sniff that stuff up. Some folks, don't you know you can get high? That's a cheap way of getting high. It stink, but you can get high doing that. Didn't you know that? Look it up. Do your research. Get the information. Talk to your scholars. Look, see, back in the day when I was growing up, when people used to tell you, suck my dick, suck my vagina sometimes. Okay, suck my, whatever. I don't want to get too nasty, but parental discretion is advised. Suck my dick, okay? That did not mean that person wanted to love you. That person is not trying to seek sexual pleasure from you. When they tell you, suck my dick, suck my vagina, or kiss my ass and stuff like that, that's to humiliate you, to degrade you, to make you feel less than who you are. That's what it was for. Because anybody with any type of sense, they know that it's nasty and it's a disgusting thing to force somebody to suck your organs where you eliminate your waste, put you in the doo-doo, put you in the pee-pee. That's humiliating. But see, y'all was taught, and many of you grew up on porn movies, and the first porn movies was Caucasian white folks, and that's where you learn all this stuff from with your pro-black, blackity-black self. You know about those Caucasian porn stars and those porn magazines, Playboy, Penthouse, and some of those real hardcore. Y'all know about that kind of stuff. You learn, and then they teach you in school that oral sex and anal sex, they teach you that it's sex, but because they know that you're not going to really do a little simple research because it's not sex, it's called sodomy, people. That's something that your God's supposed to be very, very angry about. And it really makes no difference whether it's between man or man, woman or woman, or man and woman. Makes no difference. You're still playing with that boo-boo and getting the doo-doo in your mouth. That's not chocolate candy. That's not a Hershey bar. That's doo-doo. And it's got to stink. I don't care how much you wipe. I don't care how many showers you take or whatever. The pee-pee's always going to be there. Your body is constantly producing urine and feces, constantly. You constantly farting, stanking, and you know that when y'all having y'all sex and your sodomy, you're all in the booty and your partner farting your face. Oh my gosh, you're supposed to try to get all that extra gas out your body so when you're licking the chicken, it's finger licking good. Woo! It goes back to slavery. When our people, our ancestors didn't have a choice. They were being raped by racists. And it was the purpose as a matter of control to keep you humiliated, to keep you degraded. So they would take a strong brother and they would force him on his back, spread his cheeks, and a man, one of the Peckerwood men, would place his penis in his anus, this big strong man called buck breaking. It's not a sign of love. It's not a sign of love. See, I love Terry, I love Cindy, and I love Rona. Love Invo. So it would be a sign of love. Well, it's not gonna be a sign of love. I don't commit sodomy like y'all do. That's sodomy. Rape. So if that was reported as a crime, they would say, well, that person had sex with him. But the official police report would say this person was sodomized. Putting a penis in your mouth is sodomy. Making somebody lick your vagina is sodomy. It's sodomy. You got sodomized. Most children, you know their sex organs can barely work or whatever. So you lick the child, these pedophiles lick these children or make the children suck their phallus. It's called sodomy. 3 or 4 counts of sodomy. They don't say sex. The common people say sex, but to be technical, in a police report, they call it for what it is, sodomy. It's called sodomy. And the reason why we practice sodomy, do your research, get your information, talk to the scholars. They would tell you it's because we were raped for over 300 years. And you began to see and practice this abuse yourself. So you have women who have been called hoes and bitches for I don't know how long. So these women now being abused by men all this time, now they call themselves with a smile on their face. They call themselves a hoe. They call themselves a bitch. They began to embrace the abuse. They began to embrace the oppression. Here you are in 2019 and you do the same thing. You embrace the sodomy. You embrace the rape that was forced on us by your oppressor, and you said, it makes me feel good. It made me feel good. I gotta jump back, kick myself. Hey, sodomy so good. No. So here you are, a buck. You're a buck that has been broken over 300 years, and now you do it yourself. And you buck break your woman. And see, for the longest, soul sisters, for the longest, black women wouldn't into that. They said it's nasty. So y'all, these black men had to go out in the street and find these white prostitutes that would do that for them. Because black women wouldn't do it. And as many sisters ain't gonna get into that. Because there's something wrong with it. They know something wrong with it. That's sodomy. That's not sex. That's not making love. That's sodomy. That's not sexual intercourse. But now, of course, because of the media, because of the education our people are getting, now it's becoming more acceptable by the black women, and there they go. Sodomy. That's what it is. Why are you a sodomite? Because you was raped. Because you was sodomized for over 300 years. Because even as a Christian, see, the slave master gave our ancestors Christianity. So we know they was against it. Just in recent times, you begin to accept this. Because when I was growing up, that was a nasty thing to do. If you was doing that, you kept it to yourself. You did not come out in the public, in the community, and brag about you sucked somebody's dick, you was licking somebody's booty, and sucking on somebody's poop vagina. You kept that to yourself. But now you've been so brainwashed, you've been tricked, you've been bamboozled to make something, because something filthy and disgusting and nasty and vile and vulgar. Now you see, you find that abuse is pleasurable. Just like you have some of these clowns talk about it's a part of the sex game, talk about beat them with a whip. All that kind of nonsense. You've been tricked. Now you're calling yourself nigger. Because you've embraced the abuse. And that's what it's all about.
I keep it real.
What, dear? Because I keeps it real like that. I keeps it real.
What we want to talk about? Well, what we want to talk about is to the point where where's the sign at? Parental discretion is advised. Parental discretion is advised. So, I only have a few minutes on this Vizzy. Let ye get busy. Come on now. All right. I noticed some folks did not like what I had to say about Taalik Nasheed. Oh, man. Now check it out. See. Oh, wow. See, this grinds my gears. Let me start off by saying this. Okay, it's February. Around this time, last year, I went to see a R&B female soul group from the 1990s, and that group y'all may know of as En Vogue. I went to see En Vogue. Last year around this time, I went to see En Vogue. And of course, from the left to the right, you have Rona Bennett, you have Cindy Herron in the middle, and you have my Terry on the end. And I want to send a shout out to my auntie, Cindy Herron in the middle. I am lucky to be friends with her auntie, my auntie Velma. And Auntie Velma, matter of fact, Auntie Velma called me and she said she had free tickets to go see En Vogue, but unfortunately, she told me a little bit too late. I couldn't plan, so I couldn't make it. In fact, they were right back there in Mississippi. Not at the. It was a different casino, not at the same casino they was at last year. But anyway, I went to see En Vogue, and of course, I wanted to see Terry Ellis. Where's my Terry at? Where Terry? Terry, where you at? Well, that's Terry. Okay, that's Terry. I was looking for a different picture. Oh, that's Terry too. Terry. Okay, anyway, during the concert, I had very good seats. And from the very beginning of the concert, I was hollering at the stage. I kept saying Terry's name so they could hear me, they could see me, and Terry knew that I wanted to get her attention. I wanted to talk. I wanted to communicate with Terry. And so it came down to a song, and she wanted to sing the song to somebody, and I was so tired, I didn't notice that she was actually pointing to me, come here. She wanted to like hold my hand and sing to me. I'm like, wow, that's cool. And so shout out to Terry Ellis, shout out to En Vogue. That was a beautiful thing. And I was able to actually kiss Terry's hand, and I told Terry, hey, I love you, Terry. And it was a really beautiful moment. And it was all good. Mind you, I was not crazy, and I was not fanatical. The only thing I did was say, I love you, Terry, kissed her hand, and that was it. I'm not jumping around. I'm not emotional and all this kind of stuff because I like Terry, but she's just a woman. She's just a human being. And that's all. That's all. No biggie. And, oh, Terry, I'm not saying that you don't mean nothing. I'm just saying it's nothing to get all emotional and fanatical about. I'm not fanatical about people. Okay? I'm not fanatical about people. And that's a woman. That's a woman. I like Terry Ellis. And you would think if I'm going to be emotional, if I'm going to be fanatical about somebody, as a male, you would think it would be over a woman. You would think so. So, I believe it was yesterday, I received a text from this Negro who wanted to show me that Dr. Umar Johnson got a school or a building or something. And the Negro feel as though because I brought up things that was quite obvious that I should apologize or congratulate Umar Johnson because he got a building. Just because you got a building don't mean nothing. I'm not. Why are you telling me about Umar Johnson? Umar Johnson, as far as I'm concerned, is somebody who is nothing but one of those people that string you along. That's all. He gives you date after date. He's got a building. He should have had this building 5 years ago, 6 years ago, 7 years ago, or whatever. He's doing nothing special. He took your money and gave you nothing. That's the fact. This man does not impress me. Now, I told this Negro basically what I'm telling you right now, and this Negro will get all upset and call me a hater and try to make mockery of the Mississippi campaign and all this kind of stuff. I had to put this Negro in check. Let me tell you something. First of all, why are you so emotional about a penis? Another man. You all emotional and Umar Johnson. He's not the only one. Y'all, these are men. See, this is what grinds my gears. These are men who get emotional and act and treat these men just like they should do a woman. Get all emotional. I seen somebody talk about a man talk about I love her. Get that crying. Didn't y'all see that video I just showed on not too long ago? The brother crying, oh Minister Farrakhan, you saved my life. Crying like a bitch. Y'all, these are men with your tongue, with doo-doo all in your mouth from licking the booty of Umar Johnson, Tariq Nasheed, Sonata, Tommy Sotomayor, and all these other suckers. Y'all talk about these men like you should do women. Matter of fact, I think that you're more in love with these men than you are women. That's gay. And then this Negro turn around, you always making reference to men and you know, loving men or whatever. Am I a closet homosexual? You the one sitting around here all up in some man's butt cheeks. Your mouth full of another man's penis. You the one crying over another man. You the one getting upset over another man. I'm not getting upset over another man. The only thing I can do, even if that man is doing right, is just respect you. That's all you want. I'm not going to, oh, Malcolm X, oh, Marcus Garvey, oh, Frederick Douglass. You're not going to see me getting emotional and crying and foaming at the mouth and spitting because of another man. I don't roll like that. If I'm not going to do that for a woman, you definitely not going to see me do that for a man. I'm not going to do that. So, you don't see me do that for Terry. I just gave Terry respect. I just let Terry know, I like you, Terry. No more, no less. I was not groveling and spitting. Oh, Terry Ellis, you're so beautiful. And falling all over the floor and foaming at the mouth and all this other crazy stuff these cats do. Over men. Now I can understand if you was doing that over a woman. These ding-a-ling chasers is doing it over men. That's what they're doing. Over men. I already know. You can ask anybody that has ever been around me. I don't go for that. It's nice that you think I'm smart. It's nice that you think I might be intelligent or whatever. But don't be trying to praise me. Don't be riding me like that. Brothers, that's gay. And y'all foam at the mouth over Muhammad, another man. Jesus, another man. Farrakhan, a man. Elijah Muhammad, a man. Y'all foaming at the mouth. Man, that's gay as hell. That is really, really gay. Then these same Negroes that foam at the mouth over another man, Mr. Farrakhan, they are the same ones that turn around and talk about how gay somebody is. Talk about they don't like homosexuals. What type of behavior do you think that you are displaying? Respect. It's very easy to respect and give people their honor. But when you sit around here and people are actually crying and foaming at the mouth, and these people can never do nothing wrong, everything they do, you love. Because you're in love with them. You're in love with another man's booty. You're in love with another man's scrotum, y'all nasty old things. If you're not going to do that for a woman, if I'm not going to do that for a woman, I dang sure ain't going to do that for no man. I'm not interested in another man's booty. Y'all need to wipe all that brown stuff off your mouth. You get mad because somebody make a video about Taalik. You get mad because somebody talk about Umar or Sanetta or Polite or Sarah Sutin City. Y'all some gay, y'all some, what's the word, faggots? Yeah, that's why the women having problems. Even the men that's supposed to be macho is faggots. Y'all a bunch of homos too. You got wives and children and y'all a bunch of homos yourself. I don't like homo. I guess it take one to know one. That's why you get so upset, because you want to be that and they are already that. I don't get it. I don't foam at the mouth and praise and scream and holler over men. I don't care who you are. I don't care if you are Jesus or Muhammad or how great you think that you are. You're not going to get that kind of emotion over me. If I'm not going to do that over Terry Ellis, what make you think I'm going to foam at the mouth and scream and get emotional? These guys get emotional. Don't talk about Farrakhan. Don't talk about Taalik. Don't talk about Sanetta. They actually get upset and angry over a man that ain't did a damn thing for them. A man that probably wouldn't even give you a loaf of bread to eat. Y'all some silly, pathetic pieces of trash. Come on this board and justify how you foam at the mouth and you protect these other silly men. Let me tell y'all something. Angel Snuffing Up 7 been on YouTube for 11 years. My audience never, a few of them have, but they never come to my defense. Because there's no reason for them to do it. I'm a man. I can protect my house. I can do my thing. You don't have to defend me. And they don't. These men so pathetic. They run around here and don't mind that y'all trying to protect them and defend them and make excuses for them. Oh man, I'm so glad I'm not part of this African pro-black, unapologetically black first blackity black stuff. I'm so glad I don't have nothing to do with that, because y'all some pathetic pieces of, y'all losers. And gonna continue to lose. A bunch of what they said, penis riders. I'm not interested in that.
One of the best tools that I was taught in religion, that I continue to use today, is the practice of fasting. I believe that in Orthodox Islam, they just finished celebrating the month of Ramadan. Or, no, I believe that's a different time. But I do know, as a follower of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, he originally taught for the Muslims to fast in December. So I don't know a whole lot about Orthodox Islam. I don't know exactly when Ramadan occurs. I think it's during this, sometime during the summer, spring, summer, something like that, close to fall. But I know under the teachings of Elijah Muhammad, he taught his followers to fast. Ramadan is in the month of December. So, I learned how to fast. And even in Christianity, Jesus, the one of whom is taught to be the Christ, also fasted, and many other persons in scriptures fasted. Now, fasting in itself, there's all kinds of fasts. In December, they teach us to fast from sun up to sundown, and then you can participate in eating your favorite foods, and you can go back to relations with your husband and wife sexually. But that's sort of fasting, but it's not. Because fasting is denying the body of nourishment. Learning to do without. A great discipline. Because if you can deny your body food and water for certain periods of time, then that is natural to you. It is natural to have the urge for water. It is natural to have the urge for food, because without food and water, you will perish, you will die. You don't need sex to survive. To survive as a species, we need sex in order to procreate so that we can go take our genes into the future. But we don't need that to survive. We need food and water. So fasting is a great discipline. It teaches us how to do without. It gains us strength. Many of us are weak physically and weak in the mind. I can tell Christians don't fast like they should. I can tell Muslims don't fast like they should, because their actions, you see, weak people. If the mind was strong, you would have no backsliders. If the body was even made strong, you would not have, because they go hand in hand. The reason of why I was able to bear with all the things my oppressors placed upon me when I was incarcerated in a mental institution was my ability to build my discipline up. So when they denied me certain things, I just learned how to live without it. But when you're weak in your mind, when you lack discipline, then because you don't have that strength, you'll go for anything. So, if the wicked, because you're a Christian or you're Muslim, if the wicked come to you and say, well, if you continue to carry that belief, I will fire you from your job. You get afraid and bow down to the weak power because you don't have the faith nor the discipline to challenge your oppressor. When I was in the nut house, they say, and they told me, if you don't bow down to us, the number one thing gonna happen to you, you'll never get out of here. And if you do, it won't be alive. If you don't bow down to me, you won't see your family. You won't get snacks. You won't get to go outside. We deny you everything you The little privileges you think you got, we're going to take everything away. But because, now listen, I was the only person that practiced fasting. I would do 3 days. Fasting, to me, Elijah Muhammad suggests that we begin to teach our children how to fast at 13 years of age. Fasting, to me, is a minimum of 3 days. You can go a little longer, but a minimum of 3 days. Otherwise, really, it's senseless. Fasting is water only. You can drink a little coffee or a little tea to break up the monotony of just drinking water, but it's just water. And then we have what you call a dry fast, where you condition your body to be able to go without water for a certain period of time. At least 2 days. No food and water. And they looked at me strange because I denied myself food and I denied myself water for days. They were scared that I was getting ready to die because they never seen nobody disciplined enough to go without food and water. And there was plenty of food and water to drink and eat. So if I can deny myself food and water, that which my body needs in order to survive, I don't need your snacks. I don't need your privileges to walk around. I can do without. My family understand. I don't need to see you, family. Y'all can stay home because they're using those things in order to break my will, and my will can't be broken. Because if my will was broken, I wouldn't be talking to you today the way I am. So if I'm disciplined, or if you practice fasting and you're disciplined enough to deny your body food and water, that which is necessary for your life to exist, then it's easy for you to deny yourself cigarettes, alcohol, illegal drugs, excessive sex, or not sex at all, because ain't no woman or no man should be able to use sex as some kind of weapon to get you to do what they want you to do. I don't care about none of it. I don't need none of it. You're not going to use none of that to control me. I can't be controlled. They offer you money. If I deny myself food and water, I can denounce. I don't want your damn money. You're trying to buy me to do something that's detrimental to me and my fight in the upliftment of my people. No, I don't want your damn money. So fasting is a good discipline and is needed now more than ever because y'all so weak in the mind. You go for anything. Pornography everywhere. Y'all love to see naked people doing something. You don't need that. You got to make your mind stronger. Pornography weakens your mind. Bad thoughts, period, weakens your mind. Hatred weakens your mind. It causes you not to be the best you can be and the strongest you can be. I could not be broken, and they tried to break me for 10 years, and you see how I'm talking and I'm walking right now today. So I would suggest to us to learn how to fast. It's a good discipline. Also, in both Bible and Quran, God and the Prophet suggest to his people to fast. Get that fasting. Y'all need it. Build yourself up. Get strong. Then maybe you can ride with Brother Taalik on to victory and true freedom, justice, and equality, and bring us back into our reality so that we can really accomplish some things. This is your
Things that make you go, you know, these aren't jokes, these are thoughts, these are things that make you say.
What brings me to this topic is that I was having a Facebook conversation written in the comment section of a video of a person, and they erased my comments. Okay, so I decided to just make my own commentary in reference to the topic, and the topic was spiritual science. And on this post, they sound very smart and intelligent and all that type of thing, and more feel-good escapism for the American once called Negro. That's all that it is. And these particular persons who expound upon what they call spiritual science, they want to feel smarter. They want to feel better. They want to be the teachers of something, this new discovery, this information that they got from Kemet, Egypt, where they never been, don't know nothing about, have no association. The usual, again, Negro escapism, feel-good rhetoric. Spiritual science. You have the word spiritual. We know, and I told this person, and they just ignore. When you say spiritual, spirituality has its roots in worship of the dead. That's where its origins come from. You get a spirit or you get a ghost when you die. And that's where you have, and then you enter, that ghost or that spirit enters the afterlife. And of course, we know that ancient Kemet was very high. That was something they really, really believed in, the afterlife. So this is where spirituality comes from. It is also combined with fear of the unknown. So when you look at spirituality, you're looking at worship of the dead, because that's what they've done. They worshiped their dead, especially their royalty. They went to great lengths to preserve the body so that they would be able to enter this afterlife. And fear the unknown, fear of what they don't understand. So we worship the sun. We worship the crocodile, this creature, this strange creature with all this power. We don't understand really how, we know that we can lay down, a male can lay down with a woman, but how does the baby come into being? All these different things. So we fabricate and make up stuff. And that's what spirituality is about. The worship of the dead and fabricating, just making up answers for what you don't know. Instead of waiting for that answer, which may not be in your lifetime, we want to lie and make up some stuff. And the people, because most people, ancient people, were ignorant, they just did whatever the king or the ruler said. They just accepted that belief, that idea, whatever was forced upon them. So spirituality is worship of the dead, has its origins in worship of the dead and fear of the unknown. Now, science is different. Science is supposed to be based upon facts, reality and facts, to the best of your ability. This is not to say that science does not know many things. Science is a fact. We know it's not a fact. But when science alleges, they call it a theory. The theory of evolution. You really don't know. We're just guessing. It's not factual. It's the theory of evolution. We assume. We can only guess.
But when you talk about spirituality, they don't talk about facts. They are teaching beliefs and fabricated ideas. They teach it as facts when it's not. They don't call it a theory. You're not made to assume. This is the real deal, my friend. So clearly, spirituality and science does not mix. It's like oil and water. They don't mix. So there's confusion when you talk about spiritual science. That's confusion right then and of itself. When you talk about spirituality or this spiritual science, they have supernatural theories. And they base their supernatural theories on whatever information they get from what somebody deciphered, because they can't decipher the walls of Kemet. So they take what somebody deciphered from the walls of Kemet and they fabricate and make up their own religion. That's what spiritual science is. It's nothing but another religion. That's all it is. Nobody from Kemet taught you nothing. It's all fabricated. And they have their own supernatural beliefs because that's what Kemet was. Kemet had all these different gods, these different deities, supernatural stuff. And that's what they bring to spiritual science. These supernatural things that just don't make sense. They love the facts, the reality of science, but they still want to hold on to religion and spirituality. Religion and spirituality is the same thing, potato, potato. Matter of fact, religion comes from out of spirituality. They both the same. Supernatural beliefs, fantasy, fairy tales, mythology, demons, spirits, all that type of stuff. And when you look at this thing called spiritual science, it's the same stuff. All of it is the same. But one wants to be better than the other when they all the same. Spiritual science wants to play both sides. I'm against religion. That's the white man. White man created religion. It's all the same. It's all the same stuff. Potato, potato, tomato, tomato. It's all the same stuff. The same belief in fantasy and fairy tales and fiction, supernatural, demons, afterlife, transitioning your body. Your body is not really flesh and blood. It's some type of conscious energy. Energy does not have conscience. If the only way you can be conscious, you got to have a brain. Electricity is energy. It does not think. Fire is energy. It does not think. Nuclear power is energy. It does not think. Gas burns. It turns into energy or whatever. It does not think. There's no such thing as conscious energy. Only in fiction and fairy tales. So when you die, your energy and your flesh returns to the earth, but you are this energy, and energy never dies. If energy never dies, then explain what happens to your battery. Or when you have a fire and you can't keep putting wood or whatever it is on the fire, it goes out. That's energy. It dies. And then the leftovers is just like anything else. Whatever's left over is used by something else so that can maintain energy. Because what can't be used by one might be able to be used by another. It's still the cycle of life. Everything in this reality, everything in this universe that you see here, it come up, like the Bible said, it's like grass. It come up, then it withereth away, including energy. You cannot prove that energy does not die. It does. It is said that one day the sun that we depend on, it will burn out. So, again, making up stuff, things that's not true.
It's all the same. It's all the same crap. Anything except things for what they are, reality. Oh, the ancient people were smart, but also the ancient people was ignorant. Some of these ancient people were murdering folks, sacrificing them to the gods because they didn't understand winter, spring, summer, and fall. So we want to make sure that we keep the God pleased, and we're going to sacrifice. They did not understand the change of season. They didn't understand the weather. And they would sacrifice somebody, and it just so happened the weather turned out good, so I guess they feel as though they pleased the God. So that means somebody else is going to be in line to be sacrificed because they think that they pleasing the God the more people they murder for no reason. So I'm looking, so if what I'm telling you is wrong, if what I'm telling you is in error, why don't you show me my error instead of removing my comment? We love fantasy and fairy tales because it makes us feel good. We want a lot of these things that we embrace. We suffer from low self-esteem. So we embrace God and some of these teachings because they tell us that we gods and kings and queens and we so smart. But in the reality of life, if you are warrior and you so smart, all these things, how could you be in the condition that you're in right now? It's impossible. You want people to lie to you. Some people don't mind you lying to them because they suffer from low self-esteem. And they know you lying. You know this is fabricated dribble. You know it is. It don't have no legs to stand on. It's something somebody made up. But it makes you feel smart because in the real world, you're not smart. In the real world, you're not brave. In the real world, you're not a supreme nothing. In the real world, you're not no God. In the real world, you're not no goddess or no king or no queen. In the real world. So you use these religions and spirituality and spiritual science and these pro-black teachings to build your self-esteem because in the real world, and you keep talking about what somebody did 5,000 years ago, what the Africans done 5,000 years ago, but they're not doing it in 2020. With a bunch of Chinese and Europeans and other folks over there exploiting them. Where is all this? Unless it never really did exist in the beginning. All this feel-good escapism rhetoric. We don't do that here. You get credit when you earn that credit. Sounding smart, sounding intelligent is not being intelligent. We don't do that here.
I would like to send this message to those who say or make the claim that they are of the Black Power movement, Black liberation, Black nationalism, however you want to say it, Black independence, however you want to say it. If you have that type of mindset, then I would like to take a few minutes to speak with us. Now, if you are a dark-skinned person and your attitude is integration, multiculturalism, things of that nature, then I guess, you could listen to what we have to say. But this is not for you. This is for those with a different mindset, a courageous mindset, one who has gone beyond the slave mentality And clearly this is not you. You are happy with your massa. You are happy living in the United States. You are comfortable. And you want, even after 400 years of suffering, you still want to continue to suffer, waiting on a better day. You keep waiting on your better day. I want to speak to those who want to make a better day with your hands. Make a better day with your mind. So you say. So you claim. The forefathers of this nation basically, they got on a boat, hit the ocean, and whatever be will be. Now, you don't have to like white people at all. But you have to, if you have any type of character, you have to give the ancestors of white people credit for being brave and having that spirit to just get on a boat. I don't know exactly where I'm going, but I'm gone. And then they landed upon these shores. We don't have to like white people, but you have to look at this. Do you know how many Caucasian people bled and died? Now, it is true that once they gain strength, that this nation called the United States of America, it is born and built upon the backs of our ancestors and the Native American people, so-called Mexican people. But don't you know, and they always say in the hood, pimping ain't easy. Being a devil ain't easy. Do you know how many Caucasian men and women died, suffered, in order to establish this? They had to spill blood with those of whom they came from, the mother country. They had to spill the blood of their own brothers. And then later on, it was not over. They had to continue to spill blood of their own brothers, because their own brothers was trying to exploit them. So what I'm basically saying is that in order to be free, and that's what you claim, that's what I claim I really want. I'm not talking about a freedom, some white guy signed a piece of paper and say you free. That's not freedom. Because if a man, and you know this, if a man gave you freedom, then that same man or that same nation can take it away from you. You did not earn it. In order to take this white man of America freedom away from him, or what he views as freedom, you got to go to war, and you got to come to him hard, because he's going to fight you to death. This mine. He fought long and hard for this. So I'm asking, and I'm wondering, I'm watching all these YouTube videos, and I'm hearing all these shouts, black power, black this, black that, black. Where are the pioneers who will dare get on a boat, or get in that Cadillac, or jump on a plane, or however mode of transportation you want to use? Where are those, since you talking all this stuff? Talking, running your mouth, since you talking all this stuff? Where are those with the plans of separation, willing to be the pioneers, to go to some land, regardless? It could be Africa, it could be somewhere in Asia, it could be in Mexico, wherever. willing to stake ground, willing to sacrifice, willing to die to establish their own Black United States of Asia, Black United States of Africa, Black United States of Mexico, whatever. Where are these souls willing to make that sacrifice, the same type of sacrifice the oppressors made in order to establish themselves? But see, somewhere in our history, somewhere down the line, you talk a good game, but you've lost your will, you've lost your ability to survive. You've lost the will to live, because as long as you stay here, you're a dead man. Because you're a dead man because you are somebody's slave. You are somebody's tool. And when you are a slave, the life, you have no life because your life belongs to somebody else. And y'all know this already. So with all this black power, black nationalism, all this stuff that we're talking about, where are the voices and where are the plans that you have to separate yourself? I know when I talk about separation, folks get scared. They start asking all kinds of questions and stuff. What we gonna do? How we gonna do? Just do it. Ain't that the slogan of Nike shoes? Y'all love Nike shoes. The slogan for Nike is just do it. There are thousands of people who claim black nationalism, black power, and all like that. Well, if not thousands, a whole lot of hundreds. Probably way more than the white man had when he first came to the shores of North America. And look what their sacrifice, look what they did. Because once they began to establish themselves, they got aid from their brothers and sisters around the world. And if you and I step out into the unknown, just like the white man stepped out into the ocean, the unknown, the same thing will happen to us, because this is your time to leave the nest. It's time for you to sprout your wings, come up out of the cocoon, fly out the nest. We are a nation within a nation. We should have evolved and graduated long time ago. But we're still here. And as long as you're still here, you will have a Trayvon Martin. You will have a Sean Bell. You will have a Ayana. The Detroit Police Department shot the 7-year-old little girl in Detroit. We will always continue to have these things because we are in the nest. We are living on the land of those who put us in this condition to begin with. They do not want anything good for you. Was it the intent for our ancestors to survive just so that we can become voluntary slaves? It would have been better for our ancestors to commit suicide to survive, just so these people can always have somebody to exploit. I was not born to be exploited. The universe did not create me to be exploited, to be a tool used by other folks. That's what a slave is. So you talk a good game, black power. You talk a good game, black nationalism and Afrocentricity. Oh, y'all, where are your plans to separate? Where are your plans of getting on this boat and sailing out in this ocean It's much easier to do than it was in 1492, not 14. When did they get here? Whenever these Caucasian people began to leave Europe. It's much easier now. You might have to pay high fuel prices, but movement is easier now. So when you start your own new nation, it's beautiful to have a PhD degree and all these degrees, but when you begin a new nation, somebody got to go into the earth, grow your own food, know how to plant seeds, raise chickens, ducks, cows, learn how to build your own houses. You need doctors to treat ourselves. We need everything. So there would be full employment for everybody because there's a whole lot of work to do. It is much better for us, but we are scared deep down inside. It is your fear. It is our fear of the unknown. But when you're trying to survive, if a savage beast was chasing you and you was running and you saw a ditch, you can't be scared. You don't know how deep it is or how wide the ditch is. But if you got some kind of savage animal chasing you, you gotta jump and take your chances. We gotta take our chances. These beasts chasing us, running us down. We've lost our will to survive. We talk. I see all these videos and people running around. You talk. Beautiful. But there's no activity. You're still trying to mess around in a place you should be separating yourself from. And you claim black power. What kind of power is that? What power do you have? There is none. Not as long as you stay here. You will gain power like the white man did when he left those that were oppressing him and giving him problems.